Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Week 7 edition of our GEICO Google Hangout series. Today, we're hanging out with two individuals who will be in our featured doubleheader on ESPN3 this Saturday, October 17th. Just a reminder, this GEICO Google Hangout is brought to you by GEICO. If you want to save 15% or more on your car insurance, visit geico.com. With that said, it's my pleasure to welcome in St. Francis U safety Lorenzo Jerome. He's all the way out in Loretto, PA. And also hanging out with us today, we have Bryant running back Ricardo McCray. Two senior leaders, two elite performers in this league, and we're glad to have them here with us today, hanging out as we get ready for Week 7. I'm going to start with Rico, actually. Rico, you play in the first half of Saturday's doubleheader. It's Duquesne versus Bryant. We know at this point the preseason polls don't mean much, but these were the top two teams in the NEC preseason poll, two teams who are expected to contend for the title. How excited is Bryant for the opportunity to get back out on the field and take on a top-tier NEC rival on ESPN3?
That's all we're talking about over here at Bryant. Just this opportunity to play Duquesne, who, in the past, we've always played them tough. They've always played us tough, and it's always been a great game to watch. So we expect nothing less from them coming down here this Saturday, and we're just looking forward to this opportunity.
And before we switch it over to Lorenzo, I wanted to ask you, Rico, obviously coming off a tough defeat last week in your NEC opener, a 2-point loss at Central Connecticut. It's never easy to play on the road, especially in league play. Now, the good news for Bryant is we haven't had an undefeated champion in nearly 8 years or 7 years. So the champion has always had 1 or 2 losses. So obviously Bryant is not out of the race by any means. My question to you is, as a senior leader on this team, how do you get the focus off of off of the loss at Central and onto Duquesne and kind of rally the troops, so to speak, and make sure the team is still focused on the ultimate goal?
Well, each week heading into each game, our talk is, the game that's coming up is the most important game of the season because it's the next one. This game is a little more special because not only is it the next game, but it's against the number 2 team in the conference, and it's going to give us the opportunity to turn our season back around. Like you said, we're coming off a loss at Central Connecticut, and so we've been talking about, we got that loss out early. Let's go ahead and finish out this season strong, and we need to make a statement, and we're hoping to do so this weekend against Duquesne.
Sounds good. Now we'll throw it over to Lorenzo. Lorenzo, what's going on over there in the background? What are you watching, some basketball practice, or what's up over there? I hear all this squeaking of the shoes and dribbling.
I'm at the basketball facility. That's the only place where we have a lot of computers, so it might be a little noisy. I'm sorry for that.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to see what was going on over there. But anyway, we know what'll be going on over there on Saturday. It's a big game, 3:30 Eastern Time. Wagner's coming to town. Now, Wagner's a team that they're struggling a bit, but the last 2 or 3 years, they earned a share of the NEC title. So this is a prestigious program that's coming to town, and a chance for St. Francis to make a statement, and this will be the NEC opener. What's the mindset of the team? NEC opener, Wagner's coming in, and it'll be live on ESPN3 as part of our featured doubleheader. What's the mindset out there?
Our team is very hungry. Our mindset is very hungry. We just want to win, get Wagner, take him back to Staten Island, and we just play our game, play St. Francis football. Last time they came to our house, they disrespected us, they beat us, so now it's payback time.
Now, I want to ask you, Lorenzo, a little bit about the matchup. We know that Wagner's a hungry team. They're still looking for their first win, and it's a conference game. The stakes are always higher. The energy is stepped up for this one. How do you handle the situation when you have a hungry, talented team coming to town like Wagner?
We just have to play St. Francis football and stay focused. Like Coach V said, stay disciplined and humble, and play the game strong. Just finish every play and just play our breed of football. That's the best thing we could do.
Now, Rico, I'll ask you about your matchup in particular with Duquesne. You being a running back, we all know that Duquesne has a pretty strong defensive front. I assume that you've been in that scouting report, all week, and you know about Zach Zidian up front in the trenches, and you know about those strong, fast, athletic linebackers that they have. Now, my question to you is, when you go up against a team that has such a vaunted front seven, how do you have success? What's the secret to running the football effectively against a team that's strong up front on defense?
Okay. What we're trying to do this week is we just can't give up on the run. I mean, with such a talented front seven, they're going to be able to stop you from making plays at the beginning. We just have to wear them out and hope that throughout the duration of the game you can tire them out some so that big runs start getting effective. The good thing about this defense is a lot of those front seven will be returning from last year's team. So I've had the opportunity to play against them already. And I love the challenge of going against them. That linebacker core that they have at Duquesne, I'd like to think is very similar to the linebacking core that we have here at Bryant. So going up against our linebackers every day at practice, I think has helped prepare me a lot for what I'll see against Duquesne. And then, that they're down linemen, big boys down there. But I have confidence in our offensive line to, make some holes for me and give me some running room this weekend.
Now, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but the last time Bryant hosted our featured game on ESPN3, it was Central Connecticut, and you went for something like 248 yards and 3 touchdowns. So obviously, you must love playing on ESPN3, and I assume you'll be pretty excited when the lights come up on Saturday.
I do love the spotlight. No, I'm only playing. Having the opportunity to play on this platform and play on ESPN3 is an exciting one. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do the best that I can to produce for my team and help give us the best chance of winning. And, I know the rest of my teammates will be doing the same thing. We're all playing on TV. We're all playing for this, playing this game and playing for this win. So we're looking to put our best foot out there and, give our best effort.
Now let me throw it over to Lorenzo. Lorenzo Jerome, a safety, has 11 career interceptions, and that's tied for first in the nation amongst active career leaders. But it's not just about picking off passes with this guy over here. This year you took 2 kickoffs back for touchdowns. In the game against East Tennessee State, you also completed a pass. You were a high school quarterback. You're a pretty versatile guy. A couple questions for you. The first one being, what do you like doing best? Do you like playing pass defense, coming up to play the run, returning kicks, quarterback? What's the deal? And
to answer that question, I just like playing football. When coach calls my number, I just make the play happen. And the kick return, I have excellent blocks. I give it to whoever's blocking for me. They make good holds. I just take my speed and I just score a touchdown. So credit goes to them. But if I have to say, probably playing defense. I can't take too much hits.
But do you ever lobby, as a former quarterback, do you ever lobby the coaching staff to let you throw it around every once in a while? Say, hey, coach, remember, you ever need somebody for a halfback option, or is it something that you try to get them to do?
I play around with coaches during practice. I say, coach, you want to throw me in a wildcat? Let me play a little quarterback. Like when we have a missing quarterback on scout team, I go in there, coach, you need me? I'll play some quarterback for you. And they laugh.
How are you as compared to Dreyer? Can you give him a run for his money or what?
Dreyer got it. He's 6'3", about 215. He has the arm. That's his job.
Fair enough. Now, I want to throw it over to Rico because you're a running back, but have you ever played any other positions during your career, number one? And number two, Coach Fine is a guy who's known for the gadget play. He's known for that trickery. It's not unlikely to see a double reverse pass from this guy. When is he going to let you throw the football? Come on.
I never had the arm of a quarterback. I wasn't like Lorenzo. I wasn't throwing the ball in high school. I did play a little bit of safety, but I was primarily a running back. That's where I found my home. That's where I like to play. So I don't know if you'll see me throwing the ball in the future, but keep an eye out.
No, fair enough. With Coach Fine, you never know what to expect. I know a couple of them off the top of my head, especially last year against Maine. There was a great flea flicker to Chad Ward on the game-winning touchdown drive. So, and Rico, we talked a lot about the running game today, but Duquesne and Bryant are both two of the top passing teams in the league as well. What can you say about the passing attack up there in Smithfield? Obviously, Dalton Easton, experienced quarterback, and has some reliable targets. How does that make your job easier to know that you have a quarterback and receivers who can stretch the field?
Bryant has been known as being a running team, and so that's kind of the identity that we've built. And over these last couple of years, we're starting to see a change in our identity. Like you said, with Dalton coming in, playing quarterback, we have Chad Ward, Taylor Barthollet, Jose, Brian Barrett, and John Lavin, 2 6'5" tight ends to throw the ball to. So we have receivers out there that can catch the ball, which ultimately helps me out. That spreads the field. The defense plays us more honest. They don't stack the box anymore, which gives me more running room. And I like to think if I get some space, I'll take advantage of it.
Now, as we wind down here, I'm going to ask a final question, the same question to each of you gentlemen. I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but this is our 20th anniversary season of Northeast Conference football. And this past weekend, we revealed an all-time team. So, obviously, 20 years ago, we started this thing called NEC football, and now we're talking about the all-time greats who have come through this league. My question being, and I'll start it with Lorenzo, 20 years from now, when they're doing an all-time team for the 40th anniversary of NEC football, how do you want to be remembered, Lorenzo Jerome? What do you want these people 20 years from now, when they look back at the history, to say about Lorenzo Jerome and his time at St. Francis?
A student athlete. He comes to practice every day prepared. He's a leader off and on the field. He plays hard throughout the whistle, and just be remembered as one of the greatest players that played for the NEC football conference.
And now, Rico, we throw it over to you. How do you want to be remembered 20 years from now when they're voting on that 40th anniversary team?
I just want to be recognized and remembered as a player that every time I stepped on that field, I gave it my all. I poured my heart and soul into this game, and I laid it all out on the line for my teammates. So, I just hope that shows through. And 20 years from now, when they're making that team again, I just hope that, that's something that they remember.
All right, well, you've heard from Rico McCray. The Bryant Bulldogs up in Smithfield, they'll kick off our doubleheader on ESPN3 at 12 noon Eastern Time. Rico and the Bulldogs host the Duquesne Dukes, and then after that one, we'll throw it out to Loretto, where you can watch Lorenzo Jerome and the Red Flash welcome Wagner to town. That one's at 3:30, so it's a great day for football. Saturday, October 17th, ESPN3, double the fun. I just want to thank Rico McCray and Lorenzo Jerome for joining us on this week's NEC Football GEICO Google Hangout. Until next time.